Alrighty, welcome back to AdamBobrowConnect, the channel where you email me and we connect. So send in those emails and I'll go through them and hopefully respond to some that I think will be of service to the community and that will really be helpful. So you can email me at AdamBobrowConnect@gmail.com and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Just to catch you up, yeah, I'm basically traveling around the world as much as I can right now, trying to see family and friends and collect content for my YouTube channel. I spent a long time in Taiwan during the pandemic, and while I love it there and can't wait to see my friends and enjoy life in Taiwan again, I will say that being there for a year and a half meant a lot less travels than usual during the pandemic, so I feel like I want to continue sort of showing people the world, meeting new people, and playing table tennis around the globe. So trying to create some interesting content and have some really transformative experiences, or at least experiences that I think are going to be uplifting for me and for others who get to see the videos of those experiences as well. So yeah, I'm not quite sure where I'll be going, but I have a lot of places in mind and different parts of the world where people have said, hey, come here, or there's a really cool opportunity here. And I try to go where opportunity is. So yeah, on my main channel, you can see what's happening. I'll keep you posted and hopefully post some cool videos from around the world. All right, now on to the email. Hello, Adam. Not your usual ping pong question, but I would love to know about your story of moving to Taiwan because I'm seriously contemplating about that. A bit about me. I lost the chance to get a Taiwanese citizenship years ago, easily, so I'm only a solo US citizen right now, but one of my parents has dual citizenship. But other than that, how difficult is it to get a work visa there for a software job? This is a couple years down the line, so year 2023 plus is my target anyways. I recently graduated college with a great job. How did you practice your Chinese? Any advice? Any hardships? How's life there? Am I being really dumb with my life choices? Thanks, and keep playing table tennis. Well, that's a cool question, and there's a lot to say about it. How difficult is it to get a work visa there? I was very fortunate to have a friend who was very supportive and basically hired me to get a work visa, which was very nice of him. I'm very thankful to that person. And yeah, if you're ever down in Jiayi, check out Jinshi Table Tennis. They have an amazing facility and are super nice people. Other than that, that's my only experience getting a work visa, and it was sort of, someone who wanted to help. So it can be challenging, I imagine, and actually sort of was for me. I was hustling around because I had very limited time to make sure I could come back during the pandemic. It was for the Dude Perfect collaboration video. I knew I wanted to do this video, but I didn't know how I'd be able to come back, so I had to hustle. Recently graduating college with a great job. Awesome. Congratulations. That's more than a lot of people can say, and you've got a college education, so all is well. How did I practice my Chinese? Well, by moving to Taiwan, I was surrounded by people that speak fluent Chinese, so that created a really easy sort of environment for me to find people to practice with. I generally tried to avoid people that would speak English to me regularly, not because I didn't like them as people, but I felt like I was sort of clear on that I wanted to practice Chinese and that I wanted to learn it. Now, I wasn't super devoted to it. If I was, I think by now I'd be much further along, but there are ways I use apps. I use Duolingo. Sometimes I have conversation like language exchange partners. But yeah, I think in general with language, you have to speak it and you have to listen to it. So converse with people, get out there, talk to people. If you're shy, it's like saying I want to improve my table tennis, but I'm not willing to play. Like, you can only, get so far with language if you're not using it. So use it often. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Know that that's just part of the learning process. But yes, have conversations with people as much as possible. Eavesdrop, maybe find some shows that you'd like to watch or music that you'd like to listen to in that language, Chinese, for example here. There will be times where people are incredibly encouraging. Now, I think in general, if you look like someone who is clearly not a native speaker, they look at you and they're like, oh, that person's definitely not from here. They'll be very encouraging in general. You could say, 谢谢, thank you. And they'll be like, oh, 你的中文很厉害耶. They'll compliment you so much. Your Chinese is so good. And you're like, I only said thank you. But at the same time, you'll meet people where, for me, I was at a night market. I was holding cash in my hand. I had just ordered an avocado milk drink. The guy's holding the drink. I'm holding the cash. And I said to him, 多少钱? Which, I'm sure I didn't nail the tones, but is basically how much does it cost? Or how much money. And he just turned to my friend and said, "Tashoshima," which means, what did he say? And I was like, you're kidding me. Even in this context? Really? That's like the one phrase that I'm most confident in. I say it every day, a few times a day. And you didn't understand it while I was holding money and trying to pay for my drink? That was really discouraging. There will also be people that really want to practice English with you when they know that you speak English. And me being a foreigner in Taiwan, people look at me and I think have a pretty fair guess that I might speak English or that Chinese isn't my first language anyway. They'll often want to practice English with me, so that can be hard at times when I'm really excited to practice my Chinese and they sort of just have a habit of practicing English with the foreigner. But yeah, I think clear communication and not getting frustrated, remembering that it's all part of the process, that some people will try harder to understand you than others. Sometimes people are just busy or don't have a lot of experience with foreigners, or maybe are afraid to misunderstand and give you the wrong order, so they'd rather just talk to a local. Trying not to take it personally, trying to think from the other person's point of view, give them the benefit of the doubt. I think in life these are generally good practices, which aren't always easy to do. How is life in Taiwan? Life in Taiwan is amazing. People are lovely, really just kind. In my experience, overwhelmingly kind people that are very easygoing generally, have a very good balance of sort of like managing emotions, and at least in my experience. Living in Taipei, the city's incredibly convenient. The public transportation is amazing. The food is amazing. There's nature, there are little restaurants and cool shops and places to do all sorts of things. You know, they've got beautiful sites where people are doing yoga and qigong outside, exercise groups. It's very biking friendly. They've got rivers, hiking. So I'm a big fan. I think it's very affordable compared to most places in the world. And yeah, as a people person, Taipei is very densely packed. So there's no shortage of people. And it's very easy to get around and meet friends. The city's open late. The convenience stores are ridiculously convenient. You can order anything at any time. And yeah, it's just, I could go on and on. But life in Taiwan, there's a reason I moved there. And there's a reason I look forward to spending a good amount of time there over the years, and I'm excited to come back home to Taiwan. So I hope that's helpful. And I will say, in terms of life choices, don't be afraid. And obviously there are certain choices that are very risky, and if they're gonna put your life in danger, just think about how much danger and if it's really worth it. But moving, yeah, I don't like to move. I just think it's a lot of effort. But if it's for fear of trying something new, you never know. I think if you don't try something new, you won't discover. Like, you might never know that the place you're thinking of moving to is actually way better for you than where you're currently living. So yeah, worst that happens is you move somewhere, you give it a try, and you're like, I was here for a year and it wasn't really for me. I gave myself at least a year in Taiwan because I was concerned that I'd be frustrated that I wasn't making enough progress in my Chinese. I thought it's going to be frustrating and I'm prepared for that. Or even if I'm not prepared, emotionally I need to know that I might be frustrated and not just move back to the United States immediately. And I'm really happy that I stuck it out. And to be honest, I didn't really feel like moving back. There were times where the Chinese was quite difficult for me, and I'm still far from fluent, but I'm really happy that I've stayed and that I've made Taiwan my home. And yeah, I encourage you to be bold, be brave, and see the positive, and remember that even the tough times are, like everything else, just temporary. So I hope that's helpful, and yeah, I'll definitely keep playing table tennis, and hope to see you in Taiwan sometime. Hope this is helpful, and for anyone else out there, yeah, if you want your questions answered, have anything you'd like to address or discuss, feel free to email me at AdamBobrowConnect@gmail.com, and hopefully I can be of service, offer some help, some insight, and hopefully we can connect. All right, take care.